even though the score will make it appear as if we were really in it for 4 quarters, we really weren't. This was a comeback that was mostly built on the mistakes that UNC made. And I'll tell you what, Max, their second half play calling was strange as hell. Did you notice that? I mean, just strange as hell.
You're running the ball with Sam Howell on third down when you can just ice the game there?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think Mac Brown was questioning the call too. I think he came over to the coach and questioned it at the end of the game. But yeah, there were too many questionable calls from North Carolina. I think they could have scored 60 on us, really.
Yeah.
I also think that Coastal Carolina offensive line wasn't very good. You got to the quarterback, but some of the plays, these guys were just running into space. Their wide receiver, what was his name again? Their top wide receiver, Downs. Yeah, Downs. How many catches did he have in the first? He had 9 catches in the first half. 10 catches. Yeah. Who's the corner that's on him? Is it Stevenson that's on him, or is it Corey Couch? Because your top corner is Stevenson, and I did not see him on him at all.
They did a good job of getting Downs into mismatches earlier in the first half. I'm not sure what their issue was with him in the second half, but once again, that goes back to my talk about the weird play calling. You know, that UNC had 2 or 3 golden drives that they could have absolutely put this game away. They could have put us pretty much in a position to where we would have had to have looked to have scored 3 times and get 3 stops with a young quarterback on the road. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, we've talked about the offense here. What did you see from that defense in the first half? What really irked you about the defense? Because there's multiple things I saw that really irked me.
We had a total of 10 missed tackles in the first half, I believe, or 15. It was something absurd. And we had 1 missed tackle on Sam Howell, which we could have just stopped him. They would have kicked the field goal. It would have been a 7-point game. We would have gotten the ball back then. But then you hit him with your shoulder and he doesn't go down, and then you see another guy hit him with your shoulder as well, and he doesn't go down, and then he just walks into the end zone. I don't understand the reasoning behind our missed tackles. I don't understand the reasoning behind why we are tackling the way we are. We're the worst tackling team in the country. It's so weird to me. You have a defensive coordinator as your head coach, and you can't tackle.
Supposed to be an amazing defensive coordinator, you know, supposed to be one of the best is why he's got a head coaching opportunity. You know, you normally don't get a head coaching opportunity if you don't do a good job at the coordinator position you held before. So to see these same mistakes week after week after week, yes, it's frustrating to talk about, but we have to talk about it because it's real. It's the reality still. I mean, that James Williams, that one where he bounced off a Howell, where he just dropped his shoulder, no form on his technique at all, no wrap up, not even an attempt to wrap up at all. That really, really made me want to pull my hair or pull my hair out of my head, dude, because James Williams is one of those young guys that I've been kind of leaning on and depending on with this whole movement of get the young guys more snaps, get the young guys more snaps. And while he is definitely proven he can get some snaps, we still see some of them. We still see the reason of why maybe he didn't get snaps early on. You simply cannot allow a play like that to happen ever.
But then you have Gervin Hall who hits a player, one of your own players. So I don't know what the answer is.
I don't. The youth obviously has more upside. So I think what we have to do is we have to just understand that we need to go through the bumps and bruises. Let's just get them out of the way now. Get these guys snaps. Gervin Hall is not going to help us win football games. I don't give a damn what Manny Diaz says. No. So where do you go on defense from here then? You know, I mean, we saw a little bit of, Keontra Smith back at linebacker. Where do we go on defense? Do we just continue to give the young guys more snaps here and get the bumps and bruises out of the way? Or do you think Manny Diaz is going to continually lean on the older guys in big moments?
I don't think Manny Diaz is going to make a change. What makes you think that he's going to make a change after the 6 games?
None.
Also, is there a formation where you can not have a linebacker on the field?
Yeah, I see it.
Why don't we have just all of your freshman safeties just go onto the field? No linebackers, no Corey Flagg, none of them. They are not fast enough. They are not the answer on our defense. Just put in the young guys at this point. There's no point in having Gervin Hall, Amari Carter, and why isn't Frierson in the game? Frierson was one of our best defenders last year. It makes no sense.
The Frierson thing is really confusing to me because what he does at striker is he offers versatility. Amari Carter is very limited in what he does and what he's good at. Yeah. So what has Gilbert Frierson not shown in practice? You know what I'm saying? Like what has he shown or not shown that makes Amari Carter the clear guy to get the snaps above him? I just don't get it. Seniority.